What's up, YouTube's PZSN here. I am going to be doing an iPod Touch video today. What? Yeah, I haven't made an iPod Touch video in forever. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. I find that as of late, I've been using my iPod Touch mostly as an email client. Seriously, that's about it. That's like my most frequently opened app these days is the mail client. I know, ridiculous, huh? I really have not found myself using it that much for anything else. It's just, I don't know what it is. But to be honest with you, because of my serious lack of not using it, or my serious lack of use with it lately, I just haven't had many videos to make about it. I haven't really even opened the App Store in a while to update my apps. They're just kind of outdated now. I really should go through and update them. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But anyway, I just want to make a video because I wanted to show you something that I think is a pretty big feat, in my opinion at least. And so, yeah, and I'd also like just to show it off to you. So anyway, here we go. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about cases. Specifically, this case. The case that is on my 2nd Gen iPod Touch, alright? Now, my 2nd Gen iPod Touch never gets touched. This thing is as cold as an ice cube. It just doesn't get used. In fact, I'm going to push the sleep-wake button transition. I gotten so used to it being over here that, like, I was afraid that, when I got this iPod, because at the time I was so used to the sleep-wake button being right over here that I'd have a hard time getting used to this one. But, now it's kind of the opposite way. I don't know. Anyway, if I push and hold it, it's not even going to light up. It's just the battery's completely depleted. Sometimes I recharge it and then kind of use it for a little bit, but then it just kind of, it dies in standby. I just don't use it that much. Really. So yeah, but anyway, I don't know why I mentioned that, I just did. I wanted to show you guys the backs. I wanted to show you guys a comparison of the backs of my iPods. Now, you might have noticed in some of my past videos where I show my iPod Touch, I don't use a case with the 4th Gen one anymore. The case I used, actually, let me guess. Here's the case I've been using with it. It's the Belkin Grip View case. This is a cool case. I liked it at the time, but it seemed to cause more scratches than it prevented. Like, I don't know, like, scratches would just mysteriously form, like, under this case. I don't know how they formed. I would take it off and clean it, periodically. I don't know how it happened. I just did not like this case at all. It was way too high maintenance and just bleh. Now, you are supposed to make sure your cases, are clean and that dust doesn't get under them, and if dust does get under them, then you clean it out. Alright, that's pretty standard, but after you've had a case like the, Casemate Barely There case, you start seeing that as kind of an excuse for just, I don't know, because the Casemate Barely There case, to be honest, is such a low maintenance case, it's not even funny. And I'm going to be showing you guys right now the comparison of my iPod's backs. Alright, so here's my 4th generation iPod. I'm going to start with this one first. This case is kind of sad. Well, have a look. Yeah, you can still distinguish the Apple logo in it and such. You can kind of make this out down here. Let me get you a better macro shot for you. You can still make out that is an iPod. It's still pretty shiny looking, but just look at all these scuffs. I mean, it's just wrong. You don't want to see that. It still tells an 8GB. You can barely read the serial numbers down here. You can't really see the UPCs and the certification of European safeties and all that crap. You can't see that hardly at all, actually. Even in person, I can't remember where they were. I think they're right down here, right along where this curve is, or right above the curve. I can't see them. They're no longer there. And I want you to really notice these little blotches. Alright, not so much the scratches that I want you to pay attention to, but just these little blotches. Like that one right there. Can you see? Yes, I do. See this, and I won't touch it, don't worry. That right there, there's one right there that screamed out at me. Just these little circular blotches, little bits of goop that just, little, I don't know, if tarnishing, I guess. I don't even know if that is what it is. But just take a look at that. It's just appalling. But it is still a pretty shiny iPod. It does still look shiny. If you look at it from certain angles, it looks kind of cool, in my opinion. But anyway, that's, the screen. Let me give this a quick wipe. The screen I've been very impressed with. This is kind of actually, it's kind of weird here because when I show you this, you'll see that's kind of a strange thing going on. The screen I've found is very, very good. It doesn't take scratches very easily. Okay, I say that there's a few scratches right there that I actually never noticed until having it under the macro. But yeah, it's pretty much scratch free. It's, there's a few scratches here and there, but there's nothing major. Alright, nothing major, just little ones here and there. That was a little fingerprint smear. That's that one that looked like a scratch. See that right there? Just fingerprint smear. Anyway, now let's have a look at this iPod. I'll just hold it up to the mat to where, well, okay, I guess got refocused. Okay, since you just looked at the screen of that one, I'll start with the screen of this one. This one just scratched like, I don't know, a cat. It was very, very, very scratched. I really do not understand why it's so scratched. It just scratched and scratched and scratched. Look at that. This scratch right here was just like, when I saw that form, I didn't see it form. But when I first noticed that, I'm like, oh no. I think I might have gotten a little sick in my stomach or something. Yeah, it's scratched. It's just scratched. Not very bad. It's still useful, but it's scratched. Let's just say it's scratched, alright? This is my second ever iPod, by the way. The first iPod I got, remember I cracked the screen on that one, so I had to take it in to get it exchanged. This is a refurb. So this is actually my second iPod. So this is actually technically my third iPod Touch right here, but I just call it my second iPod Touch because sometimes I forget that this is actually not the first one I got, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna take the case off, and you can see this is a very well used case. I think every single corner except, well, yeah, there's one right there. Actually, this corner is pretty much uncracked. There's like, those cracks on this thing. I got this 2 Christmases ago. The Christmas before, I got this the Christmas we had the big, huge, humongous ice storm, which I posted on my blog. And actually, I've been saying that if you want to check it out, unfortunately, you couldn't because my blog broke the images on them. But actually, the images are working now. So if you want to see some footage or photos of that, I might actually link you to it. But I got this that year right before the very crazy ice storm that we had. That was very scary and very sad and very poopy. But anyway, yeah. So I've had this for about 2 years now, and I've been using it pretty diligently. Of course, I got it when I had the old iPod. I cracked the screen with this case on it, so I didn't drop it. I was trying to take it apart, to be honest with you. And yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take this off so you can see the prettiness of this case. Ready? Steady. Yes. Look at this. There are still scratches here and there. There's a few little dudes, but it still looks like it's a mirror. It looks honestly like a mirror. It's very, very shiny. Now, just so I can give you guys another comparison, and usually when I do this, I just like, ugh, how is that happening? Look at that. Just look at it. Ew. Just not good. Not good at all. Give me a break, please. There's a good scratch. That's about the worst that it is. Right about there. You see that little hairline right there? That's about the worst. There's a few here, but those are the worst. Everything else, it looks, honestly, from a quick glance, it looks brand new. I think there is a dent on here, one place. I can't exactly remember where it is. I think this is dented, though. Yeah, right there is a dent. I do not remember if you can see right there. There's a little dent, but I don't know. But yeah, this thing, pretty dang nice. And like I said, this is a very low maintenance case. Rarely did I have to take this off to actually clean it, because of dust and such. So yeah, and it's held up wonderfully. wonderfully. I mean, really, I have no idea. And, like I said, I haven't used this thing much, since I got this one. But I've had, I want to say, by the time I had this iPod, like the day I got this iPod, well, let me think, actually. I got my first ever iPod, and I remember it very specifically. I got it on June 4th. Or no, June 10th. I got it June 10th. And so that would have been, yeah, it broke around Christmas time, the iPod did. Well, no, it didn't break on Christmas time. My camera broke. I don't know. I think it broke it sometime in January, the first one, and then took it in the next Sunday and got it replaced. And so, yeah, I guess I actually had that one longer than this one. I don't know. Maybe about the same amount of time, but I've been using this one with this case on. Rarely took the case off, except for a few times just to look at it and bask in its amazing beauty. I don't know, not really. Yeah, for, pretty much a solid half year. So, I mean, that's pretty decent. Very low maintenance, So, I don't know. I just thought I'd show you that. I don't know if Casemate let me take this off so I can so I can end this video out like this. Hang on. Here we go. Let's put it like this right there. Alright, I don't actually know if Casemate makes their Barely There cases for the new generation iPod Touch. If they do, when you get, if you don't have an iPod Touch 4th generation yet, and you want to get one, make sure you look at Casemate's website and see if you can find the Barely There case. That case, I mean, I swear, this case right here, guys, very low maintenance, fits very well, it's awesome. I fell in love with it the day I got it. I was like, wow, this is so much better than those cheapo silicone cases I used to have. So, I mean, really, guys, if you can find it, you got to get the Casemate Barely There case. It is such a good case. It comes with a screen shield, which I didn't use because I messed up in the installation horribly. But yeah, it does come with a screen shield, which is excellent. Casemate includes screen shields all the time, I think, actually, no matter what kind of case you're getting. But yeah, I mean, seriously, if you're getting like an iPad 2, iPhone 4S, or an iPod Touch 4th generation, if you can find the Barely There case, get it. It's so worth it. And if I remember this, well, actually, take that back. I got this on sale because I got it towards Christmas, so I got it for a Christmas sale. But yeah, really, just look for it. It's a really good case. I just thought I'd make this video for you guys, mainly because I haven't made a lot of iPod videos in a while, and so I figured you guys would like to see one. But anyway, yeah, hopefully I will figure out more iPod Touch related videos to make. To be honest with you guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've mostly been using this as an email client. That's really about it. And, I actually found myself doing the same thing with this one after I had this for a while. Just kind of stopped using it for, like, everything device and used it mostly as a email client. That's really it. I do bring it with me places, wherever I go. I can't seem to leave the house without it. I don't know why, but, yeah, when I actually am using it, usually I have it sitting next to me when I'm on the computer, and, the screen lights up when you get an email, and I just look over it, and I'm like, okay, got an email, so I check it real quick. That's what I use it for. Honestly, that's it. I don't even really play games on it, so I don't even listen to music on it, to be honest with you. I think you knew that, though. Anyway, that's about it. So, yeah, get the Barely There case, really good case, if you can find it. So, yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Adios.